You're listening to Unmuted with Papamutes.
Yeah.
Correct. Paul David Hewson. Hewson. Again, I might be butchering it. Paul David
Bono.
Hewson. Correct. Didn't even need the. He's on fire.
Yeah. I
Talk
Will
to me.
Swallow, or whatever that song was.
Two more. Vincent Damon Fernier. Is that Vincent Price, Vince Vaughn, or Alice Cooper?
Oh, what's the last name? Ferner.
Fernier.
Yeah.
F-U-R.
Yeah.
The Coop Man, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. David Van Cortlandt. Before I give you the three names, David Van Cortlandt, musician. Is that? Oh, actually, I fucked that up. I just gave you the answer.
Oh,
So if I give you the multiple choice, I'm
was
going to give you
simple.
the answer, right?
It was simple, Papa Mute. It was simple.
David Crosby, David Spade, or David Hasselhoff.
What's his real name?
David Van Cortlandt.
What are the choices? We
David
know it's not
Crosby.
David Crosby. So, all right.
It is David Crosby.
It is David Crosby.
Yes.
Why is that?
Yes. I don't know. I never knew that, but
So what was the Von?
David Van Cortlandt. He
So
was born
Van
Van Cortlandt, changed his name to David Crosby.
Van Cortlandt, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Yeah, doesn't work.
That's a lot of words. That's like a law firm.
Do you have, this is just a hypothetical, a celebrity crush? Yeah, like
Oh,
somebody.
you're asking me?
Yeah, yeah. Who
Well,
would that be?
yeah, well, I no, I can't say that I do, but there are musicians that I admire totally.
I mean, it could be a man crush. Like I man
Like-
crush on
Like
Sylvester
Brian Eno,
Stallone.
I admire his thinking and how he theorizes about broad concepts. I appreciate people like George Harrison, who, in the center of the storm, could remain calm and become observant. But I work at such a frequency, let's say, that I am self-informing myself as I go on. I'm influencing my future self is influencing my current self, let's say, and I everything that I do becomes iconic and then lost into the jumble within a matter of milliseconds.
Makes sense to me.
I'm joking, right?
No, I read a quote at the end of an article that I think it was Pittsburgh. It was a paper or an online thing. Anyway, I wanted to know if it's your quote. It says, "You can only grasp change
By the
by
rate.
the rate in which you experience it." Is that your quote, or is that you quoting someone else? I liked it. I just was curious.
No, it's probably my quote, or I adapted it from something, but it sounds like something I would say. But it's so true. I mean, yeah, you can only grasp change by the rate in which your ability is to understand it, or else it's just it's confusion, and you dismiss it. So that's what we're looking at, even with the plant music and things. There's a liminal consciousness shift in a general sense, in a sense of mass consciousness shift. These things happen sometimes generationally, sometimes in hundreds of years. But we think in terms of music and how it's representative of the culture in which we live in. So as soon as well, first off, all history is represented, I think, technologically by its musical instruments. The instruments usually lead the way in technology, and then it's filtered through in other things. So with plant music, all of a sudden it opens people's minds to, hey, these things are alive. Hey, maybe I don't want to cut this tree down. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I should pay attention to climate change. It can open the mind to bigger topics that weren't relevant before you heard plants sing. And so all of a sudden you're able to grasp a concept that you didn't even know existed before it. So it's that kind of thinking. It's called liminal. So it's where you reach a limit, and then you push against it and go beyond it, and then you look back at what you didn't understand beforehand.
Interesting. So what does 2022 have coming for you? What can we look forward to?
A lot of great music. We're still being careful as far as going out into clubs and
Oh,
being
right.
public
Kind
and
of a,
all that stuff.
right.
We're it's and I lead a lifestyle that's kind of perfect for self quarantine. So to me, it's like everybody's catching up to what I've been doing for years.
Hmm.
But I'm working on a new album of electronic music, working on another plant album, and working with my various bands. And there's there's more things happening than I can possibly take on. So I try to be very selective on
Right.
what I want to take on and what I want to do. It has to be something that I resonate with on a not only on a musical level but emotional and physical. By physical, I mean how many steps are there? Do I have to lug equipment up
Exactly.
that
Right.
type of thing? How many trips from the car? So everything is offering opportunities, everywhere, and it's just a question of now that I'm a bit older, I realize I can say no to things as well as yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Steve, it's been great. I'm glad you
Okay.
came on. I'd like to have you on again sometime, maybe in
Yeah,
person.
let's
You want to?
let's do some plant music next time. Let's do a little plant segment where we can actually physically hear the plants. And but
Definitely.
anyways, yeah, go to the Facebook page, Steve Sciulli Singing Life of Plants, and or just Steve Sciulli, and find out
Hmm.
where I'll be doing this. I'll be doing some Zoom shows as well as some live shows starting in April. There's a lot happening. There's a lot to take in, and thanks for having me. And we'll uh, we'll
We'll talk
continue
soon.
this. Yeah,
All right, Steve. Take care, buddy.
you bet.
So there you have it. Steve Sciulli, the botanical musician. Steve's not really that old. I was just busting his balls early in the program. He's probably younger than me, actually. Looking forward to springtime when we can tap into some plants and maybe I can hear some music coming from them. I don't know. We'll see. That'll be interesting. Working on a couple more podcasts coming up in March. So until then, take care of your plants. They may save your life. Take care.
You have been listening to Unmuted with Papamutes.